As many of you now know, this Joe Mfalme case has taken a complete twist. Now, the reason for this video is for me to kind of give you guys an insight into the possible thinking of the prosecution as to why they decided to charge the first respondent, that is Alan Ochieng, with murder while turning the other 6 into state witnesses. But first, let's just kind of have a quick background on what exactly happened. So the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions directed that Alan Ochieng, also known as Hypeballo, who is the first respondent in the case, as I just mentioned, be solely charged with murder in connection with the death of Felix Kenyan, a DCI officer, in an incident that occurred on March 16, 2024. Now, the 2nd through 7th respondents have been designated as state witnesses. Now, Felix Kenyan's family expressed absolute dissatisfaction with the court's decision to release the 6 individuals and claimed that Felix had informed them before his death that he was assaulted by more than one person. Now, the family suspects a cover-up and demands justice. Alan Ochieng's lawyer, on the other hand, addressed the media outside the Kiambu law courts, emphasizing that the portrayal of Alan as a bouncer is inaccurate and criticizing the media for continuing to propagate this narrative knowingly. Additionally, he asserted that Alan is being unfairly targeted due to his impoverished background, having been raised in Kibera. Now, he further alleged that Alan has been subjected to differential treatment from the outset, citing an incident where Alan was reportedly beaten upon arrest while the other accused were not. Moreover, he highlighted discrepancies in the detention locations, noting that Alan was held at Kabete police station while the others, including Dj Joe Mfalme, were detained at Mudangari police station. The lawyer affirmed their commitment to defending Alan throughout the legal proceedings. He also criticized the prosecution for retaining the phones and vehicle of the accused individuals, despite them being turned into state witnesses, alleging contradiction in the prosecution stance. Now, let's get into this video. In cases where a group is involved in the beating of an individual resulting in death, but only one person is charged with murder, several factors could influence the prosecution's decision to do so. Now, let's look at the first factor, which is primary perpetrator. The prosecution may have evidence indicating that one individual played a more significant role in the beating or had the intent to kill. This person would be charged with murder as they are seen as the primary perpetrator responsible for causing the victim's death. Individual liability is where each person's level of involvement and culpability may vary. If there is insufficient evidence to prove that all members of the group had the intent to kill or directly cause the victim's death, the prosecution may only charge the individual they believe can be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, let's look at the witness testimonies. Witnesses can play a very crucial role in determining who played what role in the incident. If witnesses can only identify one person as the main aggressor, not the only aggressor, but the main aggressor, or if that person confesses to being the primary perpetrator, the prosecution may focus on charging that individual with murder. Now, when it comes to evidence, the available evidence such as forensic evidence, surveillance footage, or statements may point to one individual as the one who inflicted fatal injuries or had the requisite intent for murder. Now, lastly, there's something called prosecutorial discretion. Now, this is where the prosecutors have discretion in deciding whom to charge and with what offenses. They may choose to focus resources on the individual they believe is most culpable or has the strongest case against them. So they would not waste time trying all 7 differently and decide to focus on the one person that they are 100% sure that they have a strong case and could actually secure a conviction. Now, with this knowledge, let me know, do you feel like the prosecution was justified in turning the 6 into state witnesses and charging only one with the murder?